What's up guys, my name's Tony. In this video, I'm going to take you around my homestead. I'm going to show you first what I have in the garage. I have some quails, and then I'm going to take you outside and show you my outdoor enclosures and some of my garden beds and new fruit trees. So let's get right into it. Alright, so in the garage, I have 2-week-old jumbo Coturnix quail. You can see that they are pretty big compared to they were just even a week ago. I use a heat plate for a heat source just because heat lamps are dangerous. They got set up with their water and their food. Right now, I'm only grinding their food down just a little bit just because they're getting a little bit older. They can't quite take full-size pellets yet, but they are almost there. They'll be there in the next couple days or so. So I've got a bunch of baby Coturnix quail coming up. Over in this next bin over here, the same setup. The only difference is these are the blue Celadon Coturnix quail. So they lay blue eggs basically. It's the same thing as a Coturnix quail. You can see that their patterns are a little bit different, but they do lay blue eggs. And I have about 5 of those in here. I also have 40 something more blue Celadon quail eggs in the mail arriving today, and I'm going to make an unboxing video later. Over here in this part of the garage, I have my hatching time quail cage. This is a 5-tier system with 3 bins in each tier. In each one of these bins, or cages I guess, can hold up to 5 regular sized Coturnix quail. They can hold probably 3 or 4 jumbo Coturnix quail. They are a little bit bigger than they look in this video. I don't have anything in them yet, but this is the water system, and you can see the feed trays. I'll zoom out a little bit, and you can see all of the tiers. So tier 1 through 5. So really I could fit around 45 jumbo Coturnix quail into the system comfortably. And over in this corner, you can tell my garage is kind of full right now. I'm going to start my seedlings really soon here in the next week or two, and this is where they're going to go. So the seedlings are going to go in the corner, and then hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, all these quail will be moved to their more permanent homes. All right, let's go take a look outside. So here is my outdoor quail setup. As you can see, I'm using pine pellets on the floor. And then I have 2 of these boxes, just Rubbermaid totes, so they can go inside and stay out of the wind. And over on the right-hand side, there's the sandbox, which they use pretty frequently for dust baths. Over on the side here, I have to clean out the water. You can see this is where the food is kept. And the pine pellets definitely get in to where the food is kept. And over here on this other side, you can see the other box. So they're definitely enjoying this rubber tote, especially when it gets a little bit cold outside. A little bit of condensation's building up in there, so I'm going to have to uncover a few more of those holes. Moving over to the garden bed, this is where I'm going to grow all of my herbs. In about a month, I'm going to have to put a shade cloth up, but it's only March right now. But it does get pretty hot and dry here in the summers in Colorado. And moving over here to the chicken coop, aka the shed. So basically what happened is my brooder got way too small for my baby chicks. So what I'm doing is I just keep them in here in this coop. It stays really warm here, even at nighttime. And I have a brooder heater here for them. So just a basic setup. Got a couple nesting boxes. And if you look up here, I have 2 light bulbs, and they are solar powered. I have a window over here. And these things produce pretty good light for anywhere from 4 to 6 hours or so. I have their food hanging up here. It's only hanging up by a few inches. And then I have barrels that have their food inside of it. I'll show you the other side of the door in just a second, but basically they can go in and out. It's a little bit cold today, so I have them just staying inside all day, inside of the chicken coop, but I can set that to an automatic timer to open as soon as it gets daylight out or for a specific time. So it's a pretty big space that they have here, and right now I have 19 chickens. I have some ISA Browns, some black sex links, some buff Orpingtons, and 2 white egg layers. I do plan to narrow this down to about 12 chickens, though. I always get more just because I fear the worst case scenarios. However, none of them ever die. I don't know why I keep doing it. Eventually, here in the next couple weeks, I'm going to get rid of about 7 of them or so. Here's the predator. Moving over to the fruit trees, this is a pear tree that I planted last fall and an apricot tree that I planted this spring. This apricot tree is flowering already. It's a few years old. However, I'm not going to let it fruit this year. I just want it to concentrate on root growth and development. This is one of the garden beds. I have it wired off because I do have cats and dogs. It keeps them out of it. Again, it's still really early in the year. We are still a ways away from planting yet. And then this is the outside chicken run that was reinforced due to an accident that we had a few weeks ago. This was the last sad attempt at a chicken coop. It's just way too small and didn't work. That's why I converted the shed. And there's that automatic door on the outside of the shed that will open up as soon as they're old enough to go outside all the time. And these are the two that are responsible for this. This is supposed to be a compost bin. I just emptied it a few days ago, and I put it in my garden beds, and then I tried to refill it. But these two decided to go through it themselves, so I have to clean all that up. This right here is a bed for grapevines. So in the next couple weeks or so, they should start sprouting with fresh leaves. Over here we have a red delicious apple tree. I planted that last year. It'll be probably 4 or 5 years before it even fruits. And right here is a Honeycrisp apple tree, which I planted last year, and same timeline for producing fruit. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to plant in this garden bed yet, but you can see the fresh compost on top of it. I'll figure something out. Any suggestions in the comments would be awesome. And then over here, another apricot tree, which is also about to flower. You can see the leaves are already starting to come out on it. This apple tree right here was already here when I bought the house. It has yet to fruit, so we will see what kind of fruits that makes. And just another random garden bed over here on the side. Again, I'm not really sure what to plant in this one yet. And then over here, I have a strawberry patch. You can see that the strawberries are starting to grow back, along with some kind of perennial plants. I'm not really sure what they are, but we will stay tuned to see.